Hey, and welcome back. I do a fair amount of recording drums here at my home studio, and once in a while I get a request to play on tracks for other people. Sometimes this is done in person with a whole group in the studio tracking at once, but most times it's just me doing this remotely. A lot of times I'm getting sent maybe 1 or 2 waves, usually a stem of the mix without drums, and sometimes a stem with drums for stylistic reference. Oftentimes I have to put together a chart on my own, then track the drums, send it off to the client, make sure they like it, and then it's in their hands from there. I've always thought it would be fun to try to record a song without ever hearing it though. And what I mean by that is not just not hearing it in advance to prepare, but not even hearing it while I'm tracking. So the challenge is me as the drummer prying on the artist to get as much information as I can about the normal things like form, sections, where I play, where I don't, but then also some of the stylistic nuances like where to put a fill, what kind of sound and timbre I should be going for. And also it's a challenge for the artist because how clearly can they communicate what they're looking for? I mentioned this idea to one of my friends, Joe Sly, who's an amazing songwriter, and he was down to do it with me. So he's going to be coming over here in a little bit, along with one of his closest collaborators, Dave Jarabek, an amazing bass player and one of my favorite musicians to play with. And the two of us are going to track live, and we're going to see how it turns out. I've got to set up my drums before they both get here, and Joe did give me a sneak peek that it's in the soundscape of like Paul Simon's Graceland. So I'm going to use my kit with 20-inch kick, 12 and 14-inch toms, muffle them up a bit, maybe with tea towels or something, and just kind of go for some lighter cymbals and really dry, dead drum sounds. All right, let's get into it.
The name of the song is called The Best Part, co-written with my friend, Canadian, born and bred, Matt Lipscomb.
Oh,
Canadian, so it is a bare naked ladies feel.
Yeah. Or like
Rush.
a Nickelback feel. Nickelback is Canadian.
Like we mentioned, I was feeling kind of Graceland, Rhythm of the Saints vibes. Just very clean guitar riffs, a lot of 16th note based things in the bass and the drums. A lot of 4 on the floor, probably for most of the tune. When it got to the chorus and the beat was coming in, I was almost going for that like ants marching type of beat where it's like very hi-hat syncopated and like one snare on beat 4 maybe.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That thing. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
The beginning I think will start with just the guitar riff setting it up. It's in the key of F sharp major, intro, and then the verse is just going to be 1, 4, 1, 5. After 4-bar guitar intro, probably then the kick would come in on the quarter notes.
And that's all busy like right away, or is everything kind of chill? And
If this is your chord notes, the guitar rhythm is doing ba 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 ba. And there's a couple little things that might alter, but that's the majority of the guitar rhythm that I do. So the verse is gonna keep on like the band intro. It's gonna be 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 4. And then in the 7th measure, 1 for 2 beats, 5 for 2 beats, 1.
Still just down kick groove for...
Yeah, pretty much. We may decide to do like a aux shaker 16th or something in the verse. And then comes the pre-chorus, 4 bars. Probably be a little bit more whole notey or longer notes. Minor 6 for a measure, 5 for a measure, 4 for a measure. And then in the 4th measure, the pre-chorus, there's going to be a unison rhythm.
on the 5, okay.
Yep, so it's 6, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5.
So you thinking maybe the drums
That would be a
are
great...
just playing like whole notes?
Yeah, we do like little...
Some...
Yeah, and then everybody... Yep.
And what's the chorus?
So the chorus is not that different from the verse, just a little elevated. And then the hi-hats will be in with a snare on 4.
So same progression.
Measure 6 is going to do a thing that's... There's going to be an accent on 1 and of 1. So, essentially like this, there's going to be... And that's going to be... Ba, ba. Could be like a drum fill there, yeah. Ba, 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 and then we all hit 4. Ba, 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 ba. The post chorus is pretty much the intro, except with full band.
8 bars.
No, just the band intro, so just 4 bars. And then in the 4th bar, we're going to do a walk down. 5, 4, 3, 2 on quarter notes.
Okay.
Verse 2 probably doesn't have to be only kick drum. It doesn't have to be verbatim of verse 1, but
Perhaps maybe a little busier in the second.
perhaps, yeah. And I think you could probably keep hats but no snare in the verse 2.
I was just thinking that maybe it's something
Yeah,
like
we could play off one another too if you're...
leaves a little room to step up in the chorus still, but isn't all the way down.
Right. Pre-chorus 2, you might not have to stay on whole notes anymore in the bass. The chorus is the same, 6 bars. We're going to a bridge next instead of a post-chorus. First bar of the bridge, we're going to land on that minor 6 on beat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, feel-wise, pretty similar to the chorus. I don't know, you could, the floor tom with the snare. Yeah, I think that could work. Yeah.
Okay, so the 6, and then it goes to the 5, and then the 4.
And then the 4. Yep, so that's the first 4 bars of it. And then we get to the 5th bar, which is going to be like the first bar. It's going to hit on beat 2 on that 6th chord.
Just those next 4 bars repeated again.
Almost. The 8th bar is the same as the 4th bar of the pre-chorus, the da-da-da-da-da on the 5 chord. Now, as we get into chorus 3, it's going to be not exactly a breakdown for the first 4 bars. I think what we'll do is we'll accent and 3. I think we'll go and 3. Or is that and 4? And 4, and 4. And then that 4th bar will be kind of like the bring it all back home, So bars 5 through 8 will be like a normal chorus. This is bar 9, 2, 3, 4, 10. And we could all hit that half note at the end, so
Yeah,
just a little
drop there for...
So 11 and 12 are like the typical bars 5 and 6 of the other choruses. And then we're to the post-chorus. On the demo as is, the post-chorus is just like it was before, except maybe twice. But I think what would be fun on this one is to do the post-chorus as is for 4 bars. We could probably do that twice with the vocals happening. And then I think we'll do 8 more bars, maybe like a drum bass feature with the background vocals. So we do 8 bars, normal post-chorus, 8 bars, jammy bass solo post-chorus, 8 bars of a normal post-chorus with the last bar with that walk down, but retard on. Ba, 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 ba. If you want, you could give it like a fermata and like a, if you wanted to give it like a little, what do you call that?
No.
Not a trick.
Button?
Button, thank you. Little button in it.
The button on it?
Okay,
Right.
so walking it through.
All right, here we go.
All right, well done.
Yeah,
A lot
that 6-bar chorus feels so sudden, so brief. And I have no idea what it sounds like.
Right.
So, maybe lyrically it makes total sense.
We'll see. Yeah, let's listen to it.
So maybe more chill.
What if you left off that third thing? Like a little space. That spot could be, that fill could be more than just the hit on 4, like ba 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 ka doom doom.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That was worse than my first one, I think.
I know, that's how I felt.
Overthinking
I missed
shit
all
too
the
much
hits. Don't even give me the feedback. Just let me do another one.
Okay. No, the only feedback I was going to say is And you like right when I thought it, you were like one of the choruses. You kept the hi-hat closed the whole time, and then right when I thought it, the next chorus, you're when you open it right before the snare. I really like that.
All right, let's nail this one so I can finally hear how this song goes. I'm ready to open Pandora's box.
Take at least like 3 punch-ins, but oh.
Yeah, cool.
I felt like I finally feel after just getting to play through it, like I know what the tempo feels like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What wakes me with a smile gets my pulse up running wild. Hey. What's giving me the rhythm, pumping joy into my living, get me up dancing in my room. The best part of my heart wants to ride into the sunset with my love by my side.
That was a cool effect.
One that drives me kind of crazy and makes me feel so alive. She's the best part of my heart is you. It's always you. Yeah. Well done, fellas.
It sounds better than I thought it was going to sound.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like a few parts where it like deviated. Either like we kind of played something a little differently from where Joe did, or
So the guitar track I had on there, I don't think it's totally tight, and there's a lot of times where I haven't compressed it or anything, so a lot of times you hear me like hitting the guitar like.
oh, okay.
If I would have heard the guitar, maybe I would have accented it a touch differently.
I think so too. Like my part too, just hearing how Joe played it.
I think it sounds pretty convincing because the two of us are locked in, and like the bass and drums on this kind of music, like if they're locked in, then everything can sit on top.
But I'll probably replace the guitar, and I'll probably try to match more up with what you guys end up doing.
It's one thing for the rhythms, I think, to like sit okay. Doesn't have to mesh harmonically and melodically to the same degree that I think like a bass line does.
And there's definitely one big note in there that you're gonna have to like cut in and subtract.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a 5 chord. I land on the 4. I'm like, oh well.
Nice job on the instructions.
It's kind of like navigating through like a cave in the dark, and you're given like 2 steps forward and then go to the right. And
I think a lot of it sounds really good.
Same.
And especially if you think of the guitar, you'd probably rather track over a rhythm section. So
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I think there would have been adjustments that you and I would have made if we were actually listening to Joe's track as we recorded it for the first time too. But actually just playing it with just you and I, there's still a level of ambiguity, or you just can't adjust like mid-song to like the style of like kind of how he's going, because you kind of get an idea there's repetitive structure in it and you can kind of adjust as you play. But to play the whole song through without having any type of reference point, I think is kind of interesting too, that not many other things have done projects.
that's a success.
Cool. Yeah, it's
really
cool.
pleased with the way that's in.
Okay, so it's like a week later. I kind of went through and rewatched the video and put some things together, but I want to do some overdubs. Dave already did some vocal overdubs while he was here last week, but we talked about all those layers of percussion, so I think I'm going to do a few things like congas, maybe bongos, some shakers, cowbells, go-go bells, wood blocks, tambourines. I'll probably just do more than I need, because we can always take it out, but better to just do it now. And luckily, since we're on a grid, hopefully I can do some of this in loops and not have to record the entire song for every layer. So it's been about 6 weeks since we've recorded this song, and I just got back the mastered track from Joe. I'm going to close out the video by letting that play through in its entirety for you to hear the final result, but before I do, I just want to make mention that Joe is releasing this under his name on streaming platforms, so I'd encourage you to go check that out and support his work. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. Alright, thanks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What wakes me with a smile gets my pulse up running wild. What takes that beat, makes it pound, melodies turn up loud. Wanna take another ride. What's got me catching big time feels? What's giving me the rhythm, pumping joy into my living? Get me up dancing in my room. The best part of my heart is you, you, you. There were dreams inside my chest. You brought out all my best. You see the good in everyone. Show me there's a deeper love. Some might say that I've been blessed. Oh baby, have I told you lately? What's giving me the rhythm, pumping joy into my living? Get me up dancing in my room. Best part of my heart wants to ride into the sunset with my lover by my side. One that drives me kinda crazy and makes me feel so alive. What's giving me the rhythm, pumping joy into my living? Get me up dancing in my room. Falling and forgiving, 4, 3, 2, 1, go the distance. Moving to a brand new groove. No matter what good things I may do, the best part of my heart is you, 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 you. It's always you, you, la alegría en mi vida. La alegría en mi vida. La alegría en mi vida. It's always la alegría en mi vida.